Bushnell, industry leaders in high-performance sports optics. Federal Premium Ammunition, every shot counts. Savage Arms and Stephen Shotguns, the definition of accuracy. Gold Tip, the toughest arrows you will ever shoot. Damn straight. King's Camo, wherever you hunt, King's has you covered. Westside Stores, your outdoor sports authority. And these other fine sponsors.
Well, folks, here we are in beautiful Maine, USA, and this week on Bushnell's Trigger Effect, we're hunting with Brandon Lane's Country Boys Guide Service.
That's right. Brandon's been out so far this year. He's tagged lots of birds for his clients. He's got lots of properties lined up for us. Eastern turkeys here in Maine has got to be one of the highest and densest populations of turkeys anywhere. I can't wait to get out in the field, Dean.
No, that's right. And talking to Brandon, he kind of calls Maine the sleeper state for Eastern turkeys, but you know what? We're sitting at this beautiful cabin, but where we really want to be is out in the field. So make sure you stay tuned. You will not want to miss Eastern turkey hunting action in Maine, USA with Country Boys Guide Service.
That was an amazing morning. I mean, it all started off with just a single gobble, and then before you know it, birds were pouring out everywhere. We had a really good gobbler working towards us, but unfortunately, we had some jakes kind of pull them off away from us. And then when the hens came out, the 3 mature toms that were there grabbed the hens, went in the bush. We just had these guys disappear. So I think Brandon's gonna redesign the game plan, and we're gonna probably have another attack on these birds, I imagine, later on. Here we are, we're doing a bit of a morning scout, and we came across a gem, eh?
Yeah.
We were looking out there. Brandon says, hey, check across the field there, and there's probably about 4 or 5 groups. I'd probably say there's at least 7 to 9 gobblers in the group. The farmer gave us permission, said head on in there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna work our way to the corner, assess the situation. I don't know if we're gonna make a move on the birds today, or if we're gonna put them to bed and come back in the morning, but we're gonna head in there and make a game plan. Ready?
Let's go get them. Let's do this.
Okay, so
what we've done is we've kind of got up on a little knoll just inside some hardwoods, about 800 yards across here. We've got a group of at least 5-6 toms with hens. We've observed them for a little bit. We're going to take advantage of them being out across one field to get across this next patch of hardwood, and hopefully we can convince these guys to come in. Right now they're more interested in each other, so we're hoping they're not interested in us right now.
Stay tuned for more hunting action with Bushnell's Trigger Effect after this commercial break.
Let's just say you're in too big a hurry and what if?
How about?
Yes, that's covered. No matter how it gets broken, shattered, cracked, or crushed. The yes, that's covered, no questions asked, lifetime warranty from Bushnell has your back. We'll repair or replace your product and ship it back at no cost to you. It's the strongest warranty in the business for when you need it most. Only from Bushnell.
The best turkey load isn't the one with the tightest pattern. It's the one that kills gobblers in any situation. Third Degree uses a 3-stage payload to do exactly that. Flight Stopper lead for larger, more lethal close-range patterns. Premium lead for dense, deadly patterns at mid-range. Heavyweight number 7 for skull-shattering power at 50 yards. One load, any range. Third Degree from Federal Premium.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Hunting Consultants Plus, more than just a booking agency. Now, let's return to the action with Bushnell's Trigger Effect.
So we've worked our way along in timber, so what's the plan now, Brendan?
We're gonna walk down this road, get to the edge of the field. Hopefully the birds will work the way when they come back in. Go in the afternoon to cool off. They'll come right in here in these softwoods.
So it's a sit tight, be patient scenario.
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's go. I didn't realize this swamp ran the whole edge. So this is a lot of stuff that you don't see, but this morning, if you remember, we saw that big group of birds that was out here. We tried making a move on them to see if we could get them coming, out of the fields, but anyways, we decided to pull out. We've come back here now. It's, just before dark. We're gonna watch these birds or babysit them basically to see where they're roosting so that we can decide where we're gonna set up in the morning and hopefully connect. We're only seeing a fraction of the birds out here right now. However, we do see one big strutter. We got some good video of him. He's just putting around here. I think he's going this way, then this way, this way. So we're just gonna put him to bed, hopefully come out here tomorrow morning, set up on him, and put our first Maine gobbler on the ground with Country Boys Guide Service.
Well, folks, I'd like to take a minute right now to introduce you to Brandon Lane, owner-operator of Country Boys Guide Service here in Maine. We've been hunting turkeys with Brandon so far. Brandon, can you tell the viewers a little bit about your turkey hunting?
Well, we offer 2 different packages. We offer a 3-day package and we offer a day package. All of our packages include transportation to and from the airport and lodging while you're here. All you need to do is provide is your hunt license while you're here for the species.
Well, and one of the things I understand too, Country Boys Guide Service also offers other species to hunt. Maybe you can expand on that for us.
We offer hound hunts for Maine black bear, snowshoe hare, and coyote. We also offer Maine black bear bait hunts and moose hunts in the northern part of the state.
Well, that's great, Brandon. I think that's some great hunts. Make sure you check out our website. Go to our preferred outfitter page. Brandon's information will be there. Book your Maine hunt right now with Country Boys Guide Service.
So here we are. We've come out and set up on the edge of the field where we put those birds to roost. Brandon just spotted the one gobbler. We've heard one faint gobble this way and another gobble behind us. So
It's a little bit overcast. We're getting some light drizzle, but I think it's going to be pretty good. Things are supposed to warm up today. These birds are going to bust out of the roost, and it's going to be a really, really good morning. So we're going to be quiet and get hunting. So we've got birds all around us. We got a hen start right. We got a tom approaching from the front. We got a couple toms approaching from the back. So I have no idea how this is going to play out, but something's going down. Well, that was probably one of the weirdest days of turkey hunting ever. We had 4 longbeards all around us, and the only thing we could get was one hen to commit at about 25 yards. I don't get it.
Bushnell's Trigger Effect will return shortly after this commercial break.
After being the first woman to earn the title Grandmaster, some might think Jessie Duff has nothing left to prove.
They'd be wrong. I'm always pursuing that next level of speed and efficiency in competition or practice.
Hoppy's Bore Snake and Hoppy's number 9, the fastest gun cleaning solution on the planet, trusted by world champion Jessie Duff.
Hunting requires adapting. From the shot you planned to the one you didn't expect. Nothing adapts your shot like the Trigger Stick series. Monopod, bipod, and tripod, all engineered for smooth, accurate adjustments. Short sticks for the ground and kneeling. Tall sticks for the chair and standing. Just squeeze the trigger and adjust. Adapt with accuracy with the Trigger Stick series from Primos. Speak the language.
For more information on Bushnell's Trigger Effect, visit our website or Facebook. Now, back to the action.
We've come back into the field and we've repositioned the blind for this evening's sit. We're going to pull a long one all the way out until dark. And then Sunday, tomorrow, we can't hunt here in Maine, so we're going to have a day of relaxation, and we'll be back out here in the morning on Monday morning as well. So hopefully we'll get a gobbler down. So we kind of in the middle of our full day sit. It is hot as Hades here right now, but we just had 2 gobblers enter the field, so we've closed the blind all up. We're going to be really quiet. Right now our decoys are the only thing in the field, so we're really hoping they'll play in our favor, but right now we're just going to keep the Bushnell binocs on these birds and see what they're going to do. Watching these 2 toms approach, we had a wind gust, and literally all 3 of us grabbed the blind before it. All 3 of us would have been sitting out and be wide open.
Lethbridge College proudly presents Conservation Connection.
Hi folks, thanks for joining us here at Lethbridge College's Conservation Connection. Hunter ethics is extremely important to all of us here at Bushnell Trigger Effect. Joining me today is Carrie Edwards, one of the instructors at Lethbridge College. Carrie, can you tell us a little bit about hunter ethics?
I sure can, Kent. Hunter ethics are probably a little bit different than hunter laws, whereas, it might be, the law could allow you to do it, but it's really not ethical. So I'm just going to go through about 10 real ethical points here. The first thing that I want to talk about is if you arrive at your location, don't set up really close to another hunter. He's already got there. Go to plan B. Only take the shots that you are sure that you can make, and you should train yourself to attain and maintain the abilities as well. The other thing is, if you pack it in, pack it out. It's really important to leave the land better than you found it. And then along that same line, respect the land that you're hunting on. It's really important, whether it's private or public land, that you leave it in good shape.
Yeah.
Another thing that's more in line to your hunting group, always arrive on time. The last thing you want to do is you didn't set the alarm and you don't wake up and you ruin their hunt as well. The other thing is, if you are invited to someone's special spot, don't go back there because they've probably spent a lot of time finding that spot. The seventh one is leave your temper and your moods at home, because it's really, hunting is not a competitive sport. You want to make sure that you have fun out there.
Oh, for sure.
And fully use your harvested animal, that goes without saying.
Yeah.
And then probably one of the biggest one, know the rules and regulations. We spend all kinds of time trying to develop our abilities and whatnot, and then sort of go, forget about the rules and regulations.
Yeah.
And lastly, and most importantly, safety is paramount.
Oh, you bet, you bet. Those are some great points there, Carrie. Thank you so much for that. Remember, respect your other hunters, hunt safe, and now let's get back to some more Bushnell's Trigger Effect.
You just doubled up.
Double longbeards in Maine. All right, Brand. Yeah.
Good shooting, bud. Look at them laying right there together. Double, triple.
3 beards. That's my first multi-beard. That's awesome.
More Bushnell's Trigger Effect after these important messages.
It's about time. Introducing the A17 from Savage Arms, the first rimfire autoloader specifically designed for high-performance Magnum cartridges. Like the 17 HMR, Savage didn't attempt to modify an old design to fire a modern cartridge. They created a completely new rifle with multiple patents pending to offer the performance, safety, and reliability you expect from a Savage. It's time to get yours.
Federal Premium Third Degree changes what hunters should demand from a turkey load. Not just a tight pattern that looks good on paper. A deadlier, more forgiving load for real hunters who need to kill gobblers at any range. So whether a gobbler hangs up at 50 yards, walks into your lap, or works the decoys, you'll deliver the most effective pattern possible with Third Degree Federal Premium.
Welcome back to Bushnell's Trigger Effect.
Well, here we are in beautiful Maine with Brandon Lane at Country Boys Guide Service, and wow, I did not expect a doubleheader, folks. I mean, this went down absolutely incredible, but it was a tough slug getting here.
Birds quieted down the last couple of days. They've been really responsive. The only time the goblins on the roost, but when they get on the ground with the hens, they make their way off with the hens, go feed, and it's been hot the last couple of days, so they really ain't been in the fields much. We spent close to 18 hours in the ground blind the last 2 days hunting these birds. This is our fourth set for them, and it's just a matter of time for all the cards to come together, and we made it happen.
That's right, and I have to admit I was really impressed with the Model 320 Savage in combination with that Federal turkey load. It dropped those birds like stones. But to top it all off, I got a triple bearder. But now it's Kent's turn to get in front of the camera and see if he can get it done here in Maine with Country Boys Guide Service.
Make it happen.
Well, folks, before we head out of the field here, what I'm going to be doing is using a really great Canadian product called the Turkey Toque. It's a simple latex application that goes over the head of your turkey, because most of the time you're head shooting these things and they bleed all out. They get your equipment all covered in blood. They get your camo covered in blood. I mean, it takes 2 seconds to apply them, and it saves your hunting equipment for a long time.
Well, we're here on our last evening scouting trip. We've got a bird here we call One Feather because he's missing one feather out of his tail fan. We think we just spotted him. He's kind of gone behind a hill. We're going to put him to bed tonight and hopefully get after him in the morning. We've been on this property for about 3-4 trips, or 3 or 4 hunts, and he's a big old mature tom. He's been avoiding us, but I think tomorrow morning is going to be the time to put him away. So we'll just keep an eye on him and put him to bed and be back here in the morning.
We got in here early this morning, got the blind all set up. As it got light, we spotted our big one-feathered turkey in the tree. He got a little antsy. We give out a hen call and he come out of the roost. He's on the ground right now. We're just gonna sit here quiet, do some calling, see if we can't bring him in. Outsmarted by One Feather. They spend quite a bit of time around us, but just not in range. They're right now moving away from us in a big open pasture. I think that spells it for our hunt here in Maine. We had a lot of fun this morning, but I'm sure we'll be back. We're going to go take a look and see where they ended up, but I think it's done for the day.
Well, Brandon, that was incredible. I mean, connecting on 2 Eastern Toms like that, a doubleheader, a guy couldn't ask for more, but thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Yeah, and I mean, we were after a particular bird, a big old mature tom for myself. He outsmarted us several times. We just never made it connect, but I know I'll be back, and thank you very much for the hunt.
No problem.
No, and that's right, folks. And if you want to get a hold of Brandon and Country Boys Guide Service, just go to our preferred outfitter page on our website, and you'll be able to get all his information there. But most of all, we would definitely like to thank all of our fans, the outfitters, and sponsors, and we'll see you next week on another exciting episode of Bushnell's Trigger Effect.
Canadian Wild Turkey Federation is a proud conservation partner of Bushnell's Trigger Effect. Taxidermy services for Bushnell's Trigger Effect.
What? I'll explain what the hell we're doing.
I don't know what the hell we're doing. Brandon gave his Jake decoy some Viagra.
A little bit about the turkeys, and maybe you could offer a black fly hunt, because I'm telling you what, these things are eating me up. You would limit out in no time.
Okay.
Okay.
This has been a Thunder Boys production.